Can I help you? To ask me why I became an acolyte of Saint Martin is to ask why thunder strikes, why rain falls, or why the wolf hunts. It is because this is what comes naturally to me. You seem confused. Allow me to explain further. We all follow a path through life. We all desperately attempt to influence it to go a certain way or lead us to a certain destination. Others desperately attempt to steer it away from a destination. The amount of influence we can exert upon that path varies, but is invariably limited. In many ways, we must all make the most of what life gives us and adapt to its trials accordingly. Without boring you with specifics, it would be appropriate to say that my life so far has taught me many lessons of sorrow and grief. I have constantly been set back, and my attempts to change my course have always been met with bitter resistance by the winds of life. It is through Saint Martin's example that I truly find my inspiration to become more than I am. It is in this that I am enlightened and hope to be reborn. See you.
Greetings, stranger. Have you come to hear the gospel of Saint Martin? Yes, Saint Martin. Have you heard the tale of how Martin Septim ascended to sainthood? If not, perhaps that would be a good place to begin. Yes, Martin Septim. Are you familiar with his story? Perhaps you would like to hear it. Saint Martin had humble beginnings as a priest of Akatosh in the city of Kvatch. When Daedra overran the city during the Oblivion Crisis, Martin led the people to refuge in the chapel. The fabled champion of Cyrodiil came to rescue him and told him the shocking news that he was the son of the Emperor. This came as a surprise to him, but it gave him new purpose after his home was destroyed. Along with the champion and the blades, Martin designed and executed a plan to undermine the efforts of Mehrunes Dagon and his servants, Mankar Cameron and the Mythic Dawn cult. There was a great battle here in Bruma as the Great Gate was opened to secure an artifact of immense power for Martin's plan. Finally, the champion under Martin's guidance slew Mankar Cameron as the Imperial City came under a great Daedric siege. It appeared all was lost, but Martin shattered the Amulet of Kings in the Temple of the One, transforming into a huge, flaming avatar of Akatosh. In this form, he defeated the manifestation of Mehrunes Dagon in an epic, glorious duel. This broke the siege of the Imperial City, restored the ward between Tamriel and Oblivion, and ended the Oblivion Crisis. Our message? Our message is one of aspiration. The followers of Saint Martin must aspire to be more than they are, to rise above their current place in the world and become something greater. In Martin's case, this meant rising from a humble priest to savior of the world. In more common cases, this could mean many different things. Rising above greed, evil, temptation, poverty. This is the power of Saint Martin and his holy word. Restoratives. The Chapel of the Divines in Cyrodiil will never turn a blind eye to those in need. Until next time.
Word coming down from Skyrim is that a Dragonborn has emerged. Wonder who it could be.
Stennar Seno at your service. I'm no Nord, but I'll keep
but you
drinking
can't,
mead until I
family.
become one.
We're so close
Yes,
to Skyrim,
traveler?
I'm surprised
What
the
do you
war isn't
need?
spilled down here yet.
Bye.
What can I get you? Can I help you?
My mortar and pestle can make near any potion or poultice.
Here in Cyrodiil.
I got tunics and robes and cloaks too.
I'm the Count Steward here in Bruma. If there is anything you need,
Is there something
I'll
I
try
can
my
do for
best
you?
to help you.
Well enough, I suppose. The Great War mostly spared Bruma. Thank the Divines for that. Most of Cyrodiil didn't have such good fortune. It's a complicated task, let's put it that way. On the one hand, there are the Imperials. On the other, there are the Nords. And then, there are the other cultures to contend with as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Stormcloak uprising in Skyrim has complicated things to a certain extent. But I'm proud to serve Bruma and her people. Bruma is the jewel of the Jarl Mountains, a strong and hardy city, imperial in name, but equally Nordic by blood. And while the county surrounding her is frosty, as Viscount Carvain says, the hearts of our people burn brighter than the warmest hearth. We have our share of problems, I won't deny that, but Bruma is a prosperous county given the times. Compared to Shadenhall and Breville, Bruma might as well be paradise, and at least we were spared the horrors of the Great War. Mostly. I am Silas Carvain. I have the singular honor of acting as Count of Bruma, defending her walls and ruling over her people. I am young, and I know some use this as ammunition with which to criticize me, but they are short-sighted, and they are foolish. I act in the best interest of Bruma at all times. I will always fight valiantly to defend her from threats both within and without. That is what matters. Not particularly, no. I certainly don't envy my friends across the border in Skyrim, though. These are truly dark times for the Empire. Let us hope that this storm blows over, as of all the rest. But something makes me think this one's different. I fear Tamriel will never be the same again. If it's work you seek, speak with my Viscount, Marcius Carvain. He's more likely to have work for you than I. He spends most of his time in the castle. It didn't, mostly, and thank the Divines for that. Of course, there were Dominion scouts roaming the Gerals on occasion, but that's to be expected. Minor skirmishes are not what people refer to when they speak of the horrors of the Great War, though. They mean the Battle of the Red Ring. They mean the sacking of Anvil. And these are evils that Bruma was spared. Her walls remain unharmed, and her buildings remain upright. That being said, Cyrodiil herself reels after the Great War, emotionally and psychologically. It took its toll on the whole province, and Bruma is no exception. Bruma may be spared the physical scars of the Great War, but the mental scars, they run just as deep here as they do anywhere. Bye.
What is it? County Bruma is the jewel of Cyrodiil. Though the mountains may be frosty, the hearts of our people are as warm as the brightest hearth. Of course, that's not to say that she's perfect. As with any county, we have our fair share of vicious wildlife and shameless brigands. But we don't let that put a dampener on things. That's the Nord way, after all, and Bruma's as Nordic as she is imperial. Indeed I am. I handle the day-to-day business of the county on behalf of the Count, the fair and honorable Silas Carvain. There are threats popping up constantly. Here, take a look at this bounty decree for details. Bye.
Invite you to his boutique of magical wonders. Don't delay, patronize today. Rizada the Resplendent, Enchanter Extraordinaire, Illusionist Incredible, Restorer Remarkable, and Destructor Distinguished, at your service. Yes, indeed. To my great regret, a few scalawags here in Bruma appear to have not paid their bills for their enchanted weapons from Rizada. I am beside myself with angst about this, as you can no doubt imagine. So, my fair and, might I say, rather imposing friend, if you would be willing to speak to these scoundrels and acquire my warranted compensation, I would be most obliged. Excellent! Allow me to arm you with more knowledge of the aforementioned mischief makers. You'll need to speak with Roland Wickert, the young chap at the Synod Conclave here in Bruma. Stantis Valeria is the second of these reprobates, the owner of the Geraldview Tavern. The third is Stablemaster Ila the Upright. Clearly the title was given rather than deserved. Do this for me, and I shall bestow coin upon you for each, and a truly copious recompense indeed once all three mischief makers are dealt with. Why, of course not! No self-respecting mage joins those scurrilous syndicates. Oh, my friend, I'm strictly independent. That's what allows me to cut out the bumbledom and bring you only straightforward sortilege. What an intriguing inquest. I do indeed have a bed. Well, a bedroll. I do not own property in Bruma, for the city is full, and I am somewhat of a latecomer. That, and not being registered to any property, grants the Synod and College of Whispers less opportunity to persecute, hound, maltreat, and, molest me, as they are wont to do. Bruma is the last bastion of Imperial land before the border and the harsh ravages and independent college of Skyrim. Those poor souls who find themselves overcome with vexation at the shockingly bureaucratic nature of Cyrodiil's key magical institutions, well, they tend to, peregrinate to Skyrim. When the Imperial Border Guards halt them at the selvage, so to speak, they lodge in Bruma. Thusly, my wares are in great demand.
Saw more of Tamriel in 10 years than most do in their lives, I think.
My hammer, a goblin's head, and a mug of ale.
Had a weapon
Great way to
my
spend a Freitas night.
I could walk, really. I didn't have the luxury of learning anything if it wasn't key
I'm
to
Bonus.
survive.
My dad is Albekius.
Still,
What's your name?
Wouldn't trade it for anything. Satisfied?
I don't like it.
Sounds
It's better
like
than
an
in a place
entirely
like
different
Bravo,
world.
sure, but I miss the Imperial City.
I envy you.
That and my dad. I want to see things, but he never lets me too far out of his sight, or the sight of the guards. I want to see the forests and the ogres and the minotaurs and the trolls for myself, not through the window of some carriage with my dad. My dog, Scruffy, is missing. He's been gone for days and I'm worried about him. Scruffy and I were playing by the North Gate. Dad called me for dinner, and it was only later that day that I noticed he was missing. Maybe that means he went north. It probably does. Oh, but Dad won't let me out into the wilderness, though.
Suckered by the Synod,
Scruffy.
weary of the
I'll be your
whispers,
best friend
wanna
forever.
go somewhere more agreeable. Rizada the Resplendent's boutique of magical wonders.
Yes! Come back to me with Scruffy, please, stranger!
Stranger, have you seen my dad?
Indeed, this is odd. And you say it just appeared here out of thin air?
It isn't mine, that's for sure. Where do you think it came from?
What is with this commotion? Where did that come from? Who made this mess?
That's the thing. We don't know.
It just appeared, out of thin air. Maybe that stranger over there has something to do with it.
You there, come here. You there, are you the cause of this mess in my conclave? Don't play ignorant with me. You are involved in this somehow. I mean, really. You expect me to believe that you just happened to randomly walk in just as this statue appeared here? Really? You genuinely have no idea what I'm talking about? You may be telling the truth, or you may not be. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Well then, I apologize for the inconvenience. Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave. Attendant, clean up this mess, would you? And take that statue to the back for examination.
Yes, First Adjunct. I'm Roland Wickert. I'm sorry. I completely slipped my mind. Here you go.
As it is, I don't exactly have the time for trifles such as this. You seem like a helpful fellow.
Please, sir. Just one septim.
Stranger, have you seen my dad?
A series of unlucky events. I'd rather not talk about it. I will put it into the fund that I've been putting together for a while now, to buy a house and get a roof over my head. It's growing slowly, but surely. Houses are expensive. My most sincere thanks, honored friend.
There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding
Goodbye.
from Auroric Stead. Hello, Ragnar, my old friend. I've come to take your head again.
Can I help you?
A healer? Don't suppose I could hire you to follow me around and patch me up, huh?
Hello. I sell the finest horses in Bruma. Well, the only horses in Bruma, but nevertheless the finest. Ah, yes, the enchanted horse hay he sold me. What a joke. The only thing magical about the hay was that it caught on fire very easily. My horses clippity-clop over it and boom, it goes up in smoke. Nearly burnt down my stable. Well, I managed to get some use out of it as a way of getting rid of pests. Pretty fun to use, too. But he did still swindle me. Here, take the coin back to Rosada, but tell him to check that his enchanted items actually do what they say they do next time.
Civilian?
Huh? Stranger, have you seen my dad? Dad's a soldier in the Legion. He's always off with them, serving at some fort up in the mountains. He's big and tall with yellow hair. That's what my mom told me. She told me that her dad was in the Legion too. She works at the Geralview Inn. I don't think she likes it there, but she says she has to make ends meet. Whatever that means. Whose end? And why does he need meat in the first place? Licinia Ironheart. She told me that she used to be called Licinia Prelius, but then she married Dad. Yeah. Grandpa told me it's a soldier's duty and that I should be proud of him. At home, I think. We all live in the big house across from the wizards. Celis Prelius. Mommy says it's a strong imperial name, but I like my name better. It means I have a strong heart. Mommy must like it better too, because she uses it even though it makes Grandpa mad. See you around!
Vale Woods Scholar, streaming anew into
The Geralview. We have drinks, beds, and food. Which do you need? Any or all?
to which it is streaming. For the boss.
What can I get you? Oh, that girl. I hope she hasn't been too much trouble. Yes, she's mine and Heron's. Well, used to be at any rate. Recently, she's just been mine. He was stationed at Fort Pale Pass, but we haven't heard anything for months. None of the soldiers passing through here on leave have seen him either. I've sent letter after letter, but they still haven't told me anything. I have no idea where he is, what happened to him, or if he's even still alive.
That's what I just said.
The Imperial Fort placed right on the border to Skyrim. Mostly watches for illegal border crossing. Yes, many times. I've sent letter after letter, but heard nothing. I can send as many letters as I want, but if Heron isn't even at the fort, then he's hardly going to see them, is he? You would? I'd be indebted to you if you did, stranger.
Top competition. How about that, huh?
Like I said, he was garrisoned up at Fort Pale Pass. It's right on the border to Skyrim. Good luck. And please, stranger, I beg of you, find my Heron.
Could you do better?
Welcome to the Geralview. What can I get
I
you?
was trained at the Bots College in Solitude, and I'm the foremost practitioner of the art of song since Wagner himself. You are nothing more than jealous maggots, grasping your waist to insult me and belittle my talent. And to that I say, good day.
It is times like these that one craves sugar.
I'm Sinja.
Come.
Sinja Strongmind.
Wine,
I'm one
mead,
of the nobles
ale,
of County
what?
Bruma.
I'm
Is there
sure you
anything I
are.
can help you
I
with?
purchased one of Razada's... What did he call them? Pleasure candles? Yeah, that's it. He said it would make the customers enjoy their Geralview experience more. In reality, it just clogged the nose. So much so that a few of my regulars nearly choked to death. So no, I don't think I'll be giving him his money. Oh, I suppose. It would be fairly short-sighted of me to complicate your responsibilities any further because of Razada's questionable product. Fine, here's the coin, but deliver my complaint to Razada.
What is it?
Razada the Resplendent greets you. Indeed it is. Why are you looking at me like that? Go on, shoo. Ah, right, that, small matter. Almost slipped my mind. Here, take this spell tome. I came up with the spell myself, you know. To conjure a zombie, ooh. I modified the standard spell to make it more effective, and I believe you will like the results. Rizada the Resplendent, Enchanter Extraordinaire, Illusionist Incredible, Restorer Remarkable, and Destructor Distinguished. At your service.
You know what's even more satisfying than arresting a criminal? Seeing them rot and sin.
Who made that noise? Better stop chasing after shadows before people... Stop! Your money or your life. We'll see if you put up this much of a fight when you're lying dead on the ground, eh? Big mistake.
Greed is thirsty for blood. Come on!
Another worm.
Let it be a lesson to others.
My weapon wants a temperin'. Things want a killin'. Fetch me 3 iron ingots to temper my weapon and my book a killin' so I know who needs killin'. Then I'll give you gold. Only when my weapon wants a temperin' and things want a killin'. Good. My killin' arm's itchin' to do more killin'.
Can I help you?
Well, stranger, if you'd be so kind, it would warm an old man's heart. Scruffy's his name, eh? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You are. That's right. Ah, I like him already. I see I found myself a true canine companion. Thank you, stranger. Thank you. It's not much, but have what little earnings I have. Gold pales so much in comparison to companionship.
What is it?
Damn it all. Run out of Cyrodiil, all for daring to offend Dorina's band of criminals and cutpurses. What's wrong? I'm being forced to flee my home, that's what's wrong. All because of those damned cutters. I got on their bad side, angered the wrong people, fought a little bit too tirelessly when they attacked the wagon I was escorting. Long story short, I need out of Cyrodiil. They're chasing me as we speak. I just stopped in here to get a bit of Nord fire in my belly for the trip. Actually, I hate to ask this of you, but could you deliver this note to my brother, Holgard? He runs Northern Arms, the smithy in Bruma. Thank you so much, traveler. I'd be happy to give you directions to Bruma if you need them. Once you get to the city, just find the smithy, Northern Arms. It's on the north side of town. Best of luck, friend. And thank you.